Hello everyone, it's averydawnside and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a part 2 version of a very special video that I did about a month or a month and a half ago, and that is the if you're bored, click this. So hello, welcome to the video. I'm sorry that you're bored, but I'm here to help you cure that. If you're new, hi, my name is Avery. I am a Star Stable YouTuber, and today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently than your average YouTube video. So basically how this goes is if you click in the description of my video right now, you'll see a link to a Google forum. In that Google forum, you can go ahead and click it. There are a set of questions which I'm going to be asking you throughout the video and answering them myself. And then if you're comfortable and want to, you can answer them on the Google forum and submit it so that I can read it later. All of your answers are 100% anonymous. They will not be shared anywhere. The only person that will ever read them is me. So it just gives you something to do, keep your brain occupied, especially I know many of you are going on your winter or holiday break, so this gives you something to fill the time and space and relax. If not, you can just use this video to watch and listen when you train, and feel free to come back to it at any point. Fill the form out as many times as you would like, and only answer the questions, like I said, that you're comfortable with. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the video. So today's theme is going to be holiday edition, and holiday winter. Not everyone celebrates the holidays, so I'm not going to generalize it around Christmas or anything. We are going to, make this friendly for everyone. Again, like I said, only answer the questions that you're comfortable with. The first few questions I'll ask in every form, just in case you want me to know who you are. If you don't, totally fine, leave it anonymous, but it's what's your name, and you can put your Star Stable name, you can put a nickname, you can put your real name, whatever you're comfortable sharing. Again, none of this is gonna go anywhere, but hi, my name is averydawnside. For those of you that are new here, welcome to the family. And we're going to jump in with our first question. So, the first question for today is, when does your break for school start if you're in school? Of course, not everyone watching this video is in school because many of you come from a wide age range, can't talk, but if you are in school, when does your school break start? So I am in school, I'm currently in university, so I actually started break about 2 or 3 days ago. Technically at the end of this week, so the Friday that you're seeing this uploaded, that's when my school break, that's our last official day of school, but a lot of my classes have asynchronous finals, which means that you don't necessarily do them as you have class, you do them on your own time. So with that being said, I finished my finals pretty early. A lot of mine were really long papers, so yeah, I'm done with school already and I'm already on winter break, which is so exciting. I'm very in need of a break, so yes. The second question is, how long do you have off for break? I know this is actually a very interesting question because I know some of you have like a week, some of you have like a month and stuff like that. I personally am very fortunate. In university, you tend to get longer breaks because you're in school for longer and it's a lot more, the work's a lot more demanding. So I get a month off, just under a month I believe, which is super duper nice, but of course I'm still working and stuff over breaks. It's not 100% a break, but a break from school at least before my next semester starts. So I get a month off, and I'm really excited for it. The next question, again, only answer these if you're comfortable. None of them are obligated to. Skip the ones you don't want to if you don't want to. But the question is, what holiday do you celebrate? I personally celebrate Christmas, although my family is not super religious. I grew up celebrating Christmas. It's always been something, it's not a huge holiday for us, I would say. It used to be in the past. But yes, I celebrate Christmas. The next question is, if you celebrate the holidays, do you have any holiday traditions? And like I said, the holidays used to be a lot bigger in the past for me at least, but a holiday tradition that I have for myself, I actually have two. It is on Christmas Eve. I always watch My Little Pony, It's a Minty Christmas. I've been watching that since I was just a baby. I was obsessed with My Little Pony when I was growing up, and I've watched that every single Christmas. Usually on Christmas Eve is when I watch it. And so that's my first tradition. I also make Polar Express hot chocolate every year because my mom really likes watching the Polar Express. If you don't know what Polar Express hot chocolate is, it's basically really, really rich hot chocolate. I will put the recipe up here on the screen that I use if I can find it. I just happen to know it by heart, but if I can find the official recipe, I'll put it up here. I've been making this for the past 2 or 3 years, so it is a newer tradition for me to do personally, but it's super duper yummy. But like I said, it's extremely rich in flavor. It's like really chocolatey, so definitely if you make it with water. Also, the recipe that I'm putting up on the screen, probably if I can find the one that I'm thinking of, it is meant to be made for a lot of people, so cut it down to whatever works for you, and if you are underage, make sure you have an adult help you, because you do have to use a stove and things like that, so make sure you're being safe. But yes, I always make that, and I tend to pack it up. I make the big 1-2 size like that I put on the screen, and then I package it up in little mason jars, the excess, and then I give it to my friends and family. That's something that I do every Christmas. I don't know, it's just good, it's comforting. I think it's a good way to share something that you like with other people, and I think it's cool that it's called the Polar Express hot chocolate, because I tend to watch the Polar Express while I drink the hot chocolate in the hot chocolate scene. That was always my favorite scene growing up. So yeah, that's another look into another tradition that I have. The next question is, away from holiday traditions, do you have any winter traditions? So there are holiday traditions and then there are winter traditions. I'm trying to think, do I have any winter traditions? Oh, I guess I actually do. So for those of you that don't know, I'm allergic to peppermint. I'm allergic to peppermint oil, more specifically. So basically what that means is anything that's peppermint flavored, I cannot eat it. I'm not allergic in the fact that I get like hives and stuff. I mean, I used to when I was little, but I'm more allergic in the sense that I get a really bad stomach ache. So that's why I don't eat it. But every year in the winter, I dedicate one day to eat a ton of peppermint stuff. Now, this might sound weird, okay? I swear it's not that weird. But, like, it's the holidays and everything is peppermint flavor. There's peppermint bark, and peppermint is one of my favorite flavors. It's super yummy. I really like it personally, but I just can't have it because I can't afford the stomach ache every day. So, every winter, I take one day out of the year. I make sure that I have no work, no obligations, and that no one's going to be seeing me. I take allergy medication before to prevent the stomach aches, and I, throughout the month, gather up all of the peppermint things that I want to eat for that day, and I dedicate it and spend that day eating peppermint things, and I call that Peppermint Day. So that's a winter tradition that I always have had. It's not probably the smartest idea. I wouldn't recommend if you're super allergic to something to do it. I'm not super allergic. Again, it just really doesn't agree with my stomach, but you know, it helps me feel in the holiday spirit, so sometimes you have to make sacrifices for the things that you love. The next question is, do you enjoy the holidays, and if so, why? If you don't enjoy the holidays, totally okay. I know plenty of people that don't enjoy the holiday season. I personally am not the biggest fan of the holidays. I think they can be really stressful. Don't get me wrong, I think there's ways to find joy, but I think overall the holidays can be stressful and demanding and can bring up a lot of stuff. So I've never been a huge fan of the holidays. Not that I don't like them. Like I said, it's just not my favorite time of year because it's cold too, and I live in a cold state, so that doesn't help. But yeah, I personally don't enjoy the holidays a whole ton, but I find ways to enjoy them in small increments, like YouTube and Peppermint Day and hot chocolate and things like that. The next question is, do you have a wish list? So no, I do not have a wish list this year. I haven't had a wish list for the past few years. I more so just get things as I need them. I guess something that wasn't really on my wish list, I mean, it kind of was an iPad and an Apple Pencil, but we're gonna get into that later and talk about that in a second. So that's our next question. If you do have a wish list, what are some things on it? So if you do have a wish list, please list almost everything that you can on that wish list. I love hearing what you all are asking for the holidays or hoping for, even just for the winter. And a wish list doesn't have to pertain to the holidays if you don't celebrate. It can just be things that you would like to have in the future. So something that I had on my wish list, I guess, but it's not really a wish list, was an iPad and an Apple Pencil, which I am getting both of those, which I'm super duper fortunate for. I actually already got the Apple Pencil. I picked that up today from the Apple store, and it was a little bit of an investment, but I'm super duper excited to use it. And the Apple iPad should be here for Valentine's Day, because there's like a back order going on. So those are some things on my wish list, as well as every year I buy double star coins and do that. That's another one of my traditions, I guess. So yeah, I don't really have a whole ton on my wish list. I mean, of course there's the default, I want a horse for Christmas, but that is to be determined soon. It won't be happening for Christmas, but I will be buying myself a horse in the near future, hopefully. The next question is, if you could wish for just one gift this holiday season, what would you wish for? And before I know what you're gonna write, no, you cannot write unlimited wishes. That's too easy in my opinion, and you only get one wish, so I really want to know what you want to use with that one wish. Aside from happiness and health for everyone that I love and things like that, personally, I would wish for financial comfortability. I would wish for just the ability to know that I could afford all the things that I want to do in life and not have to worry. I don't want to be necessarily rich. That's never been a goal of mine, but it's my goal in life to be financially comfortable to the point where I can buy a horse, I can afford all the things that I would like to without needing the big house and all the money and all of that. But that's something that we're working towards. That's why I have 3 jobs and I work super hard. So that's, we're making a dream a reality. But if I could wish for it just to magically happen overnight, I totally would. The next question is, so this is a hypothetical. So let's say that you have 1,000 star coins to spend for the holiday. What would you buy? And 1,000 star coins just for free. You know how Star Stable every year gives out their star coin code, and it's usually 200 to 300 star coins. Let's say this year it was 1,000. What would you buy? For me personally, I think I would go on a clothing shopping spree rather than horses, because as many of you know, I have that rule of training up horses before I buy them. I am frantically training in time for Christmas, because when I do buy the double star coins, I'm gonna do a shopping spree and be buying some more horses, but I want to make sure I train the ones that I have before I get more. So I think after this I have Shadow, Shield, and Snow Dancer, I believe are their names, and then that's it. So I did just buy those 2, so yeah. But if I had 1,000 star coins, I think I would probably buy a lot of clothes. I never use star coins on clothes just because I think you can use your Jorvik shillings for them, but again, it takes a really long time to get Jorvik shillings, so I only get 1 item per month. But I think I would go on a mini shopping spree and buy a bunch of clothes, because I've had a lot of the same outfits that I rewear because I can't come up with new ones. If anyone has outfit suggestions, I'm always open to taking them, because I'm not the most creative when it comes to outfits, but I just match colors and hope that it works. So yeah, that's what I would get with my 1,000 star coins. Probably that, and maybe a pony, maybe another Arabian. Actually, well, it would definitely be an Arabian, but that would use up basically all the star coins. If it had to be a horse, it would definitely be an Arabian, because I'm trying to have the entire collection, but if it wasn't a horse, I would get a bunch of clothes. The next question is, what is your favorite holiday memory if you have one? A favorite holiday memory if I have one. It's funny because I came up with these questions and some of them I don't even have answers for, or I can't think of them off the top of my head. I'm trying to think what a favorite holiday... Actually, I do have a favorite holiday memory. So last holiday season, last winter, I had just hit 1,000 subscribers and I was learning how to live stream. Right. So I hosted my first live stream sometime in the middle of December in honor of hitting 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy because I just hit 10,000. Thank you all. I love you so much. But during that live stream, I had a candle going. It was a hot cocoa scented candle. And towards the end of the live stream, which was about 2 hours long, keep in mind I am using a MacBook Pro, which is not meant to stream. But towards the end of that live stream, I actually had to end it because I smelled something burning. Not like a good burning either. Turned out it was just the candle had been burning for a little bit too long, so I had to blow it out. But it's probably like one of my favorite, funniest holiday memories to look back on because it's just so random. Yeah. The next question is, what's the weather like where you are for the winter? So I asked this question because sometimes I forget, but I have viewers from all over the world, which is so cool. I can't even put into words like how cool that is. But some of you are in Australia, which from what I know from other people runs on opposing seasons to the US. So when it's winter and cold months for us, it's hot months for you all in Australia, if I have that correct. If I don't, please feel free to correct me in the comments. But I'm curious what the weather is like for winter for all of you, because winter doesn't mean cold for everyone. So where I am, at least, I already kind of mentioned this, it's cold. The state that I live in is cold. We actually have had warmer weather this past week, which is just kind of crazy. The weather's been crazy. The wind has been insane. But other than that, the state is known for being really cold and really snowy. So yeah, it's always cold in the winter for me. But more towards January and February, I would say. More like the later winter months. December's like been an in-between month the past few years, but yeah, it's cold where I am. But some of you maybe have never seen snow, which is so crazy for me to think. I've grown up in the state that I've lived in my entire life, and I've seen snow every year, but it's crazy to think that some of you have probably maybe never even seen snow. Let me tell you, it's cold and hard to drive in, so you're not missing out on a whole ton. But the next question is one of our last questions, and I always do this for every video. The last one of these videos that I did, I made it a little more serious, a little more in-depth to really make a mental health check-in point. So these last two questions are sort of around that, but I tried to make this one a little more Star Stable focused. So this one is, if you don't enjoy the holidays or if they are difficult for you, please feel free to use the space to vent if you're comfortable. So again, this is where you can put literally anything that you want. It doesn't have to pertain to anything specific. If you want to rant about something really good and tell me about something you're really excited for and you're really passionate about and you just want someone to read it and listen and acknowledge you, go for it. If you want to use this space to complain and tell me how much you hate the holidays, go for it. And the last question is, how is your mental health doing? Again, you can feel free to skip this question if you want. You can put whatever you want here. You can say good, bad, maybe. You can write a whole paragraph. You can put one word if you want. It's totally up to you. This is a space for you to feel safe and comfortable and not bored anymore. So, with that being said, we've reached the end of our questionnaire for today, and I did leave a little feedback section. I'm possibly thinking of doing this as a continuous series. I think it definitely will be a continuous series on my channel, but I think I am going to do one like once a month as like a New Year's thing, sort of like how I did my Dear January, Dear February. I think I'm gonna do these type of videos to kind of keep you guys on your resolutions and things like that, and just always give you an outlet to go per month, maybe like twice a month, once a month, we'll see. But yeah, feel free to give me feedback on either themes in the future of when watch this when you're bored videos. We can continue to do themed ones, or we can do random questions. I'm open for any suggestions, but yeah, let me know what you think about these videos. I loved reading your feedback from last time. You all are so sweet, and reading your kind messages. I happy cried reading all of your feedback because so many of you told me how much these meant to you, and that's why I want to continue making them. So please feel free to leave whatever you would like there. But I'm going to stop talking your ear off. I hope this cured your boredom a little bit more. If you are new and you did enjoy and you want to stick around, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos. Check out the description for merch and so many other fancy things. And I will see you in the next video. I love you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye!